And here we are, live, just like that. And actually, I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to move it so people can see you more. Ooh, I do like this. This is cute. This is very Two Hot Takes. It's a podcast.
Got it.
The podcast called Two Hot Takes, and they read Reddit stories. Like the most outlandish stories people have to live through, and then they put them on Reddit, and they're like, "Am I the asshole?" or "Am I the devil?" or like, "What would you guys do?" And so then they read these stories and they react to them, and they're always wacky. And she has one of these blankets, so
It's a very soft blanket.
I know I wanted to be
It's
like her.
very
Her name
soft.
is Morgan. She also has horses.
Very nice.
I know. So, anyway, thank you for joining us today. We have Mark. I get to see Mark all the time. So now you guys get to see Mark. He is the other half of the Janesville Innovation Center. So when I say, I don't know, I have to go ask the guy in charge. It's him.
Reclassify the guy in charge.
Usually that's just because I don't want to do it, if we're going to be honest. And then I don't want to be the one to say no. So you have to be the one to say no for it.
Good.
But neither of us actually do the Janesville Innovation Center stuff full time.
No, we do not. It's a part-time gig, although you're here a lot more than I am.
Well, because I got these comfy chairs.
Yeah, these are very comfortable chairs, by the way.
These are napping chairs.
These need to find a way in my office somehow.
Well, so what happens is they spin, they face each other.
Yeah.
Then you can lay down.
Oh, night-night.
Oh, I'd be taking naps. If you ever walk in here and you're like, what is Jocelyn doing? Like, the computer's there. Like, she's very quiet, though. I'm taking a nap. I need like a 20, 30-minute reset. You know,
some days you just need it, right? Some days,
right? And it's too hot right now to go lay out in your car.
Oh, God, no.
It can't do it. So, comfy chairs.
Comfy chairs.
But I know I spend quite a bit of time here, but you don't. Where do you spend your time?
I spend my time over at Blackhawk Technical College.
Oh, do you really?
I do.
A whole whopping 3 minutes down the road.
Yeah, about that.
So,
about 3 minutes down the road. We just redid our office space. It's very nice.
I know
it's a lot of space, but it's very nice.
I gotta come see it.
It's very nice.
I gotta see it. Okay, because he
All
was
campus.
last I haven't seen his office ever because you were like in the basement or something, and then he was like, I don't want you to see it. We'll just meet in the cafeteria, and then no.
Or frozen.
Oh no, that's a new one. Uh-oh. Come on, Wi-Fi. Don't be like that. Okay, I think we're back. It's
there
fine.
We are.
No, we're not. Since when? This is the first. I did unplug my computer during the first ever one.
I think we're okay now.
Yeah. She's good. She's connected. We're good. Nobody needs to know about it. It's fine. But yeah, he's only 3 minutes away. So like when the fire alarm goes off and I have a full panic attack, like, oh my God, what do I do? He comes down the road and helps.
It is nice that we're only a couple of minutes away.
It is.
And there's been a couple of times, I won't name any names. tenants down the hall, I won't name any names, have locked themselves out of their offices and
correct.
have needed a key to get in.
You know, I have never locked myself out of this office.
God.
I'm kind of proud of myself because it is something that I totally would do.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm pretty proud of myself. But yeah, I've also let a few people into their offices.
Which is okay. I mean, you have an exterior exit to the building and then an interior door to the commons area. But there are times where people forget their keys, and the next thing you know, it's I locked myself out of the office.
Interior doors are automatically locked unless you purposely unlock them. So it's a little scary sometimes. Yeah. So, but you're at Blackhawk Tech.
Yeah.
And you obviously don't do the Innovation Center full time. So what do you do full time at Blackhawk Tech?
So at Blackhawk Tech, I'm the Director of Workforce and Community Development. It's a long title. I've been there for about, I think it's going on 7 years now.
Oh.
Yeah. Prior to that, I was at Elgin Community College and then Northern Illinois and then up in Wisconsin at another technical college in a very similar role.
Okay.
So at Blackhawk, we're a very unique division of the college because we're not necessarily on the credit side of the house. We're on the workforce, community development, we're on the lifelong learning, we're on the corporate training side of the house. So we provide education and training, but we don't have any credits attached to it. So a lot of people ask me, well, you work at Blackhawk Tech. What do you teach? I teach nothing. I really don't. I'm not a teacher by trade. I don't want to teach.
What?
Nope. But we do have a big impact in what we do in workforce development in the area. And so it's a fun role to be in because I always feel like we have one foot in education and one foot in business and workforce.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a space that I'll say community and technical colleges, that's a space we should play in because we're a centralized source for a lot of what companies are looking for, whether it's talent, whether it's resources, whether it's expertise, whether it's machinery or equipment. I mean, the college can be a liaison to a lot of these different things, and I'll get into a little bit more what that means later on. But yeah, our team we have a great team. We have under our division. So let me back up. We have 16 technical colleges in the state of Wisconsin. Each one of them has our division. So we all have kind of this little workforce division.
Did not know we had 16. That's kind of cool.
16. Our college serves 2 counties, most of 2 counties, Rock and Green.
Mm-hmm.
It's divided out amongst the other 16. So our neighbors are southwest over by Fenimore, Madison to the north, and then Gateway over to our east.
I'm a Gateway kid. Okay.
There you go. And each one has a couple of different campus locations. Our missions are the same: career and technical education, serving our local taxpayers, serving our local constituents and stakeholders, and then being responsive to that as well. So each one of our colleges has my type of division. By statute, we have to do that. And we provide various different services. So some of our colleges just do contract training, which means I'm a company, I have a set group of people, and I need them to learn leadership, supervision, Excel, safety, etc.
Okay.
We come in, we deliver that. There's a cost associated with it.
Yep.
They pay for it. They get it. It's a non-credit class. It's professional development.
Okay.
So there's some of our folks that do that. We have some that do that and more. And I would say we fall into the and more. We're a smaller college compared to the rest of them. And so we have to do multiple things, which is good for us. So under our umbrella, we have the contracted training, which is customized training. We have what's called technical assistance, which is more like coaching stuff. Right?
Yep.
You just, one employee, they need some help, or they took a training session, and after that, they still have some additional questions. What do I do, or how do I go about doing this? And they can get one-on-one coaching with our instructors.
Awesome. That's awesome. Okay.
We have lifelong learning, which we categorize as continuing education. So if you need a credential, a license, if there's some type of professional certification, that kind of falls under continuing education. We have professional development, which can be, I want to take an Excel class because it's just me. It'll help my job at my company, but it's at 4:00. I'm going to pay for it. My company's not going to sponsor me. Right. So that's professional development. And then the last one, we have our personal enrichment. Those are the fun classes.
Yeah. Those are the ones that fill up really quick.
Cooking, painting, we woodworking. I mean, we do some really fun stuff.
Yeah, your cooking class is open for about 4 seconds
4
left?
seconds. Chef Hakeem has a following beyond you would not believe.
My friend group and I have talked about multiple times, we should go take a cooking class. I'm like, we're not going to get in. We're going to have to be
somebody
on the computer.
You know somebody.
Well, thank you.
So we have these lifelong learning classes, and what we tried to do with that. So that's a unique skill. That's a unique set of courses that we've really tried to pair up with our academic programming to say, let's showcase what we have on campus. Let's not try and duplicate what somebody else might be doing in the community. So nobody else has culinary. Nobody else has automotive. Nobody else maybe has the woodworking. So let's run classes like that are similar or that tie into our academic programs. Because then somebody might be like, oh, this is cool. And you're the full-time teacher in that program? I know a friend who wants to go into the culinary, and you're the teacher? Yes, I am. Can I get him in? You betcha. So we've taken a different approach of offering lifelong learning courses that do our best to tie into academic programming. We have a couple that don't. We have motorcycle training. Now, I'll tell you, our motorcycle training right now, we're full to the end of July. We take classes of 6 and 12. Right now, we're taking all classes of 12. This weekend, we have 2 cohorts running. We have a Thursday, Friday, and then a Saturday, Sunday. So with that, there's an online class. Then there's 2 days of range. There's 2 half days of range. Half day Thursday, Friday, half day Saturday, Sunday, 2 different groups. So our motorcycle classes have been full. We also provide a court-ordered service. So folks that are get in trouble behind the wheel, shouldn't be drinking and driving. There's an education program. Each college offers it. So we do offer those kinds of courses as well for people to take. or that they have to take, I should say.
Yeah, they don't have a choice.
No, really,
they're taking
no,
it.
it's not usually a fun group, but I tell you, we have some amazing instructors. It's a behavioral change class.
Mhm.
It's not a shame on you class. It's a, okay, what did you do and how would you do it differently?
Yeah.
And then out of our division, we do truck driver training.
Mhm.
And that's very similar to our customized contract, where a company will call us. They have a driver that they want to either do refresher training or they want to get them an actual CDL, Class A license, Class B, Class A restricted, hazmat, you name it. We kind of have some of these options. And we have a good mix of equipment. And so what we do is we contract with companies. They send us their drivers. We put them through a very short but intense program. And our pass rates have been north of 99%.
We like that.
We love that, because our whole goal is not to just take your money and get you through the program and, oh, well, if you pass, great. Ours is safe driving. So there's a lot of regulations to truck driving.
Oh my gosh.
A lot more than I ever knew.
Oof.
And I'm just the tip of the iceberg. Our coordinator does a great job of really kind of putting it all together. But essentially, there's a lot of regulations. So we have to follow a lot of these national regulations. And the one that we want to make sure that we hit on is the safety. And so when we do a driver training program, our whole intent is, let's start them off real slow. So we start them off on a closed course. Start them off without a trailer, just the tractor. Get used to this piece of equipment.
It's big.
It's very big. Then we do some skills in a closed course: backing, parallel, offset backing, all things that they're going to have to do with these units. We add the trailer to it. That's a little bit of a different component.
You think?
You don't have a rear view mirror when you're looking back behind a 53-foot box trailer.
Have you ever driven one? Did you drive? Have you driven one yet?
I've not driven one myself, but I have ridden in one. And you are in a different world up there.
Stressful.
Yes.
Very stressful.
Going 60 miles an hour. You don't stop on a dime on those things.
No, and people act like you're going to, and I'm like, I will crumple your car.
Pretty much.
You will be dust. You will be dust. Like, I don't like. There's no stopping here.
So the truck driver training program that we offer really tries to provide that safe driving. We get him out on the closed course. Then we start with some country roads, and then eventually we actually put a few hundred miles on a truck, and we get them up to La Crosse. We get them up to Madison. We get them over to Milwaukee, so they get that
helpful.
traffic.
Yeah.
And then we get them back, and then back to the company. And like I said, our pass rate's been great. So we're very fortunate. We have excellent instructors who spend the time with these students and make sure that they are very safe. They go through a lot of competencies. They go through checklists, and it's been a very successful program. So that's kind of the training side of our division. Then we also do a lot of workforce development, and it's hard to put a number on, well, we've served 245. No. Our workforce development arm is basically trying to help the region with talent development, talent pipeline, because every company that we talk to right now is trying to find employees. Yeah. Every single one. You probably hear it too, right? Doesn't matter if you're healthcare, doesn't matter if you're manufacturing, doesn't matter if you're law enforcement, hospitality. I mean, you name it right now in this region, they all are crying for a workforce. And there's an educated, specifically educated in workforce that'll show up. That'll show up. Yeah, that's number one. Because like there's a bunch of pretty low here. There's a bunch of people that they'll be like, oh yeah, I want a job, and you go, but you're not showing up. This is really glitching. Why are we glitching? That's okay. I mean, we keep talking. I'm assuming it's recording it nicely. Hopefully. Maybe my computer's mad because I have so much open. Maybe. You know what? We're just gonna pray that I'm gonna be able to find this later. For anyone that doesn't know, I have multiple tabs worth of computer stuff open. Did that close? I don't want to close it again. I'm trying to figure out what I need to put in my curly hair. So there was a lot of tabs of curly products. A lot of tabs of curly products. So hopefully that'll. But no, and I mean, I do. I talk to a bunch of people, and they're like, "How do I?" I mean, even some of our newer tenants, like, or how do I do this? How do I interview? How do I pick people? How do I educate them more? How do I? You know. And we have a declining enrollment of high school students coming out of high school into our workforce college educational system. We have an increasing, because nobody had any kids. Right. My generation didn't have kids. Right. And that's just it's just going to be a natural thing. Having 7-8 kids now is down to 1 or 2 at the max. If that. Then we also have a retirement community that is really starting to hit those numbers where we're losing qualified, skilled, experienced people in droves in companies. And it's not easy to replace somebody with that knowledge set, that experience. Yes, you can bring somebody new in, but that's going to take some time.
They got years.
It's not just right away. So what we've done at the college is really try to partner with workforce development. So the Southwest Wisconsin Workforce Development,
which is a public entity.
They're a public entity, correct?
Anybody can call them.
Anybody. They have a ton of services too, by the way. It's not just job
It's not
training.
just finding a job. Yeah.
No, they have a ton of services and resources. They have dollars available, job center stuff. I mean, they have a lot of resources for people to access.
They're fantastic.
Helping you find a job, helping you keep a job. If there's a dislocation in the area, we partner with them. I mean, there's a lot of services.
I will say I worked really hard and really closely with workforce development over the border in Rockford.
Yeah.
When what was it? Chrysler? What?
Oh yeah.
Not GM.
No, I know what you're talking about. Stellantis.
Yeah.
Stellantis.
Closed.
The Belvedere plant. Yep.
When they closed, workforce was huge.
Yeah. Very big. That is something that we would work with them on too. We work closely with economic development. So Rock County, City of Beloit.
Yep.
City of Janesville, Beloit Economic Development Corporation just got our Partner of the Year award. We awarded it today.
Oh.
So, all around in Greene County, we work with Greene County Development Corporation, GCDC. So they're a great partner.
They're fantastic, yeah.
So our role is to really be the conduit between all these different agencies that are out there and then the talent that people are looking for at their company. So Dr. Pierner, our president, always says, we want one-stop shopping, right? We want them to don't call 6 school districts and 3 employers and 2 workforce agencies. You really want to just start with us because we're connected in more ways than one to all these resources. So if it's job postings that you want, we got that covered.
Yep.
If it's who do I contact at the schools, we got that covered. If it's who do I contact for manufacturing, we got an alliance. We got that covered. If it's I want to be an advisory committee to talk about other challenges that like-minded folks have, we got that covered. So it really is a centralized hub, and all of our community colleges, community technical colleges are like this. Be the centralized hub for resources, for access, for ways to connect to what's available to you as an employer, not just talent-wise, but are you building that pipeline? Are you doing programs like Youth Apprenticeship and Craftsman Character and some of these other ones that you're building enough awareness? Because
maybe it is my computer.
are we still here?
I don't know.
Oh, no. It's me. I'm talking too much.
It's not. It's good. This is all good. It's still counting. Ozbot is still alive. Camera.
If anybody's listening out there, can you give us a you're still hearing us?
That's still connected. Whoa, this is a new second one. This is a new one. You're gonna be lucky.
It's me. It's so me.
It's not. It's you, and it was Mason.
It's fantastic.
Mason's.
My first podcast, and I've broken it.
There we go. We fixed it. Unable to access camera. The camera's accessed. Okay, so now we go back over here. And we just take a quick little look-sees. Actually, we're going to go on Facebook to be faster. It still says streaming on Facebook, so I think we're good. We just got a little weird.
Hi, friends.
We got a weird thing. Yeah, see, it still says live. We can watch ourselves live. Oh, there we go. See, it went a little funky. And then we're back. See? I'm such a techie girl. I know things. All right, we're back. Okay. See, and you see how Facebook said we had a viewer, and here it says we have none. I don't know why this is. If I'm gonna be honest, I can only expect so much out of a software, and counting people that are watching,
that's all right.
It's not gonna do that.
We're good.
But okay, so
I was talking about workforce. So that's the other arm of what we do is that we have a couple of staff members, or not a couple, but it's really kind of a role that a lot of us play. I have a small team. I have 5 people, but we play that role of making sure we're the conduit, we're connected. Yeah, we meet with employers, we meet with the agencies, we meet with service providers, and just be that centralized hub. So, so like I said, it really is. And then we connect a lot of these people to the college. So if they want to be on our advisory committee, if they want to post,
I'm on an advisory committee. It's very fun.
It really does connect people to what they're looking for, talent-wise, workforce-wise, business opportunity-wise, and then employees.
Yep.
So that's our role. at the college. It's, we do some other stuff there too. Obviously, part of my role is collaborating with you here at the Innovation Center. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
We're so lucky.
And that's been good because, at the college, we don't have an entrepreneur program, so we don't have a degree, but we feel like this is a space that we need to be playing in for individuals who are looking to develop a product, let's say, right? Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of capital. You to start
a lot of capital, a lot of time. And do you even know what you need, right? Before you go out and buy $2.5 million worth of equipment, do you even know what you need? So what we really want to try to do is to take some of our college space and our resources and say, look, we have equipment, we have labs, and we have expertise. We have subject matter experts. Come on down to the college. Let's hook you up with one of these folks and do some beta testing. Let's do some R&D. Let's find out, does that widget that you want to produce come out in that way? 3D prototype it, cut it with the laser, manufacture it with the CNC machine, whatever you need to do to then say, okay, now I know I can go spend 1.2 million versus the 2 point whatever on my capital. I don't need as much as I thought I did, or I can do it without that extra part.
So we're hoping, we want to play in that entrepreneurial small business development space and use the college as resources for people to access us and then say, this is perfect, I can do this. So that's, in a big nutshell, that's what we do at the college.
No, I mean, I think it's very helpful, and I didn't know some of that stuff, so it works out. It works out well.
It's a fun role to be in. Like I said, I've had this role in a couple other colleges. I love it. It's kind of why I got back full time into doing this. I was doing part time. I was doing the corporate sales. I could do that part of it, but really, this is the role that you see the benefit of the connection between the industry and the college. The
light bulb moment.
Yeah. And it's a cool space for us to be in. Like I said, we awarded a couple of great partners today. One of them being Scott Forge down in Clinton. Tremendous partner for the college. They provide funding, they provide workforce opportunities, they're on advisory boards. So we recognize them as a community partner today. But it's just really cool to bring those folks into the fold. What we talked about a lot of times for these companies, especially I'll go back to the talent development stuff, is have you diversified your talent development portfolio?
Oh,
it's a heavy lift right there. But let me say it again, right?
It is a heavy lift. Yeah.
If you're an investor, if you're managing your own stocks, do you have all your money in one bucket? No. You have a diversified portfolio that has different risks and so forth. Companies that are just like, whoa, put it out in the paper. Have you looked in the paper lately?
Yeah, I have, when I throw it out.
So that strategy is just it's fine, keep it, but I wouldn't rely on that as 100%.
Seen as the marketer, I say it's not fine, don't keep it, but keep going.
That's your world. So,
it's a lot of money for probably not.
It's a lot of. You're right. It is a lot of money, and so are there other ways and things that you should be investing in? Answer is yes. Right. It's not only the social and the marketing component, but it's also the how is your company engaged with your local school district? If you are in the Janesville district, the Beloit district, Greene County, if you're in the Monroe district, how are you as an employer figuring out a way to stay engaged with that school district? Because if you're not, you're already behind the game, because I can guarantee you most of the students at that school district do not know what you do behind those walls that you're in.
Correct.
Couldn't tell you what they do across the street over here. It's called Wolter.
Yeah.
What they do.
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
They do drive past with a van a lot.
They got a van.
Actually, they have more than one van. And I think they've got a space further down the road.
And I'm sure they're a wonderful employer. And I'm only picking on them because they're across the street. And I don't know what they do. That's my bad. But at the end of the day, you drive up and down Janesville. You drive.
You don't even know they're there.
You don't know what's made in your, we have a dean that just retired. He said, people don't know what's made in their own backyard.
No.
And that's a critical element to keeping people local, is that if you knew the cool things, if you had an opportunity to be a part of that, would you leave? Maybe not. There's other factors that are going to take you away. But the goal is not to graduate from high school and then I am so out of Janesville, never coming back. It's how do I stay in this marketplace? Is there a place for me at a company, at a place where I can live, grow, expand, learn,
be happy,
advance, etc., whatever that looks like. So that's what I say, diversify your talent development portfolio. That means you got to be in all of it. And it takes time and effort and energy, and it's a little bit of a slog. But at the end of the day, we have some companies that have said, since we've done this, we barely have to recruit
Mhm.
because we pull them through the youth apprenticeship program. We pull them through registered apprenticeship program. We pull them through word of mouth. We open our doors for tours every time we can. So we're bringing people in and we're showcasing what we do and how we do it in the culture of our company. That sells a lot more than earn $25 an hour at so-and-so company doing
Correct.
XYZ.
Well, and the other thing is when people understand what they could be doing and the pathway to get there, they don't, it's the I don't know what I don't know thought process, right? So if they don't know to ask that question, they will never know the answer.
Correct.
So if I don't know to go look, so here in the Innovation Center, we have Asgard Solutions. They do museum storage, very high level. They do more than that, but they do museum storage. So all the artwork and everything you ever see in a museum, they get to be stored somewhere. And it was like a light bulb moment for me when I started working out of here. I went, duh, that's a business.
Yeah.
Like,
I never thought.
Clearly, duh. Like, I knew it had to be stored. I've watched documentaries when they're talking about, oh, well, we have to do it with an ultraviolet light, whatever, so they don't wreck the painting. By the way, it's not glitching on the other end. I got the text. We're good. So
Yay.
it's just here.
Right.
So like, I got that. I knew this, but I didn't realize. Duh, somebody has to sell. Somebody has to sell it.
Successful business.
Successful, doing really well. It's not super crazy. Like, you don't have to have like 15 years of engineering and design experience. Like, I mean, he's really smart. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Ben is wicked smart. He's smarter than I am.
But I'm with you. I never realized that could actually be a product. That
right.
Museums need to store pieces of art that are very expensive, that are very. I feel like we lose our. Now we lost your whole computer. Now we're back.
What? It has been telling me that it needs to update.
Uh-oh.
And I keep telling it, don't worry about it.
See,
don't worry about it, girl.
Don't worry about it.
I keep telling it, don't worry about it. Okay,
but yeah, some cool stuff that's made in our own backyard. And so it is important for companies to get engaged at various different levels.
Mm-hmm.
And some have the time to do it. The time not to do it is when you are in a pinch and you're like, oh my goodness, I just lost 4 employees. Because I'll tell you right now, when companies reach out to us at the college and say, well, I want to come and talk to your class. Oh, okay, you can, but I bet 90% of them are already employed or have a job lined up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an employer's marketplace to say, well, I get to go talk to 25 students who really don't know what they want to do. At a community and technical college, people know what they want to do. That's why they're there. We do have transfer, which is new and phenomenal for the students that are looking to start with us, save a lot of dough, and move on. We do offer that. But as a
that was me.
That's
college, what I did. I did that. Yeah.
We offer very specific. So if a student is there for welding, they're for welding.
They're there for welding.
2 years, they got a skill set. They're out making 40, 50, 60,000 depending on where they go to work.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of them are skilled and in need and in demand. So you're competing not only with a smaller marketplace, now you're competing with somebody who already probably has a job lined up. Mm-hmm. So that pool of, well, where is everybody? There isn't anybody out there. They're all working. Our unemployment rate in Rock County right now is, I think, less than 3%, which is really low. So it's not like there's a ton of people hanging around going, Now, granted, there are some who could be probably a little bit more productive.
Probably.
But maybe we'll never change them. Maybe that's just what they want to do in life, and so be it.
And the unemployment rate also doesn't count in, like, if you're just, for example, the handyman that I have working on my house, he just works for himself and does his own thing, and the unemployment rate counts him probably as unemployed,
right?
Because he's just doing his own thing.
He's doing his own thing, and he's probably doing it for a living and making a good living doing it.
He does.
Doing it because he wants to do it.
Yep, and he's really good at it, which I'm thankful. Okay, so when we're talking about developing your workforce and diversifying it, this is a great question. This is for me. I don't care what you guys want to know. I want to know. We're talking about talking with the students, talking with the young people coming through, which I am starting to do more of, and I'm very proud of myself for doing it, because wow. And when
talking to the young people,
yes, and when I was growing up and starting my business, people would be like, "Oh, how do you hire millennials, and how do we get millennials engaged?" Blah 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 blah. And now I'm like, "Oh, I see what they were saying. Mm-hmm. I'm following the thought process they were going through." Because I was like, "We're not that hard. We're fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
And now
Keep
I'm
working,
like,
keep your head down and keep working.
and now like these COVID grads and Gen Z. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my. So I'm very proud of myself. Because it's an effort and patience. But so starting to do that, and people consistently ask me, how do I find my employees? And it's a really bad way to do things, okay? But I consistently find my employees on Facebook. It's horrible, I know.
Is it?
Is it though? But
is it though? I
don't know.
think whatever works for you and your business right now,
right?
You gotta find that niche.
I've always found them I've always found my employees on Facebook. How? I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. Sometimes I just like when somebody commented on something and then I message them and I go, what are you doing? Sometimes I actually put a job description out. I don't know. That does not work for 95% of businesses.
Yeah.
So what else? Like,
I think it's all. I think it's. So we have a alliance that we started up. We were a part of. I shouldn't say we started it, but we were a part of Alliance, a statewide manufacturing alliance, the SMA. It serves Rock County and a little bit of Northern Illinois. There's a couple of companies and districts that are part of that. This was kind of in response to that. How do I find talent?
Yeah.
Period.
What am I doing?
And I'm a manufacturer, and I don't even know where to start in this universe of workforce and economic development and talent pipeline. And oh my God. So we got together. There was a couple of companies, Frito-Lay and Scott Forge were two of the pioneer founders.
Yep.
And they said, you know what? We all are sharing the same issues, and then we just end up stealing from each other.
Right. That's correct. Yeah.
Because there's like one person who's going to float between all four of us. So instead of competing against those people, why don't we pull some resources? Why don't we collaborate? Why don't we look at it as a whole solution versus a my company solution, which is sometimes hard for companies to do. Some of them are like, yeah, if we don't do that, we're out of business, and that's not good for anybody. If they all get together and say, yeah, there's space for us to play in here where we can all collaborate, we can have signing days, we can bring on interns, we can bring on apprentices, we can bring on YAs. If we can do all of that, then the power of many outweigh the power of one.
Correct. And the dollars.
And the dollars. And the time and energy, because I've yet to, there's a couple of big companies that have those people who are kind of workforce, but I would say 90% of them don't have a position like that. That falls on HR. That falls on the plant manager. That falls on somebody else. So it's like, they don't have time to investigate this. So really, by getting involved in things like the SMA, it's an instantaneous network of people, opportunities, resources that you're right. I can hire. And some of these programs are great because they're try-on programs, right? It's a youth apprenticeship. It's a signing day. It's a Rock County internship. It's something where the students can get an idea of the students, but also the employer, get an idea of what this looks like. The employer then can say, you know what?
I like
Johnny here's pretty good. I'm going to invest in Johnny a little bit more because I think that's somebody I want to keep in my company. And yeah, there's a learning style. There's 5 generations right now in the workplace. So manage that, right? 5 generations. And so there's a challenge between communication. There's a challenge between expectations.
Use of tech.
Name it. There's like 16 different things. And that's okay. But at the same time, it also, by being part of these programs, it gives you the chance to try that on. And it also, what's really cool, what we've discovered, is that the companies that buy into this philosophy of, okay, we'll try on a kid, we'll be part of these programs. What's been really cool, and you just said it too, is the individuals in the companies become mentors. And that's a role they never expected to play. But I'm telling you, when you talk to one of these individuals, the fulfillment bucket blows up.
It's so much fun. It's fun. That's why.
It's fun because they get to share knowledge. They get to pass on experience. They somehow create a bond between this young person.
A friendship. It's a friendship. Yeah.
It is. And there's still probably they talk this way, I talk that way, they communicate this way, they text that way. But at the end of the day, the employers have found the value of finding those mentors, connecting them with a young person, and helping them grow that talent within the community or within their culture. And that's been a unintended positive consequence of any company that invests in these programs to say, that's been cool for Sally, who's been at my company for 25, 35 years.
Right. Doing the same
things. And is like, okay, I'll try this. And they don't have to teach. They just have to be a good person and a good mentor. And a lot of that comes naturally. Now we do some training for that, but a lot of it comes naturally. And they see that value. And pretty soon the young person that you brought into your company is understanding the culture, right? They're understanding they might bring in some new ideas and infuse some new ideas. And that's a good thing too. So it's been that those alliances, the collaborations, I think is a way, nothing is off the table as far as how do you as an employer stay engaged, become engaged, and then figure out a way to bring on some people. And some of them don't work out. Let's be real, right?
Right.
They're going to come in and you're going to be like, yeah, that did not work at all. And so therefore, okay, fine. We're running a program right now.
But here's the thing is that's still cheaper than hiring somebody, going through the full hiring process and all of the money and the background checks and the drug screenings and all this stuff. And then still finding out, wow, that's a horrible fit, right? Versus you try out the job for a kid that's learning and growing. You find out, oh yeah, hell yeah, they're a vibe. They're going to be good. I want to help them get through school. I want to help them finish whatever they're learning because they're going to bring all that knowledge back into my company. And as a business owner, I always strive to hire people that know more about stuff than I do because that's the whole point. If I knew it, I would do it.
Right. Yeah, you got to leverage strengths,
right?
And some come in with different strengths, and like you talked about too. Young people bring in a different perspective. They also bring in, the knowledge and the experience of tech that some of us maybe didn't have a chance growing up with, and now it's a part of their life, and that's a good thing. And so, as a business owner, leverage that, grab that, hang on to that, utilize that. You don't need to be the expert on social media. If they are, leverage that because that's just going to enhance what you do as a company.
Right. Don't disagree.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. Yeah, I was the generation. I got a cell phone my freshman year of college. So
yeah, you're still.
I'm ahead of the curve against you. You had car phones?
No, we didn't have any phones for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not that old.
Growing up?
You're not that old.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we didn't have any phones. Are you kidding? Our call home was my mom. Funny story. Our call home. So I lived up in Green Bay for a while, and my friend lived we'd go to his house, and he probably lived better part of a mile and a half away.
Okay.
Up around the corner, down around the cul-de-sac, down in our backyards. It was down a hill, up a hill, over. Right. Yeah. I mean, we're talking a ways away. You couldn't even see the kid's house.
Yep. Okay.
We went to play at. Here's our old school cell phone. My mom at dinner time going out on the patio deck. Mark, time for dinner. You know what I did? What are we having?
So, my mom had a
spaghetti and meatballs.
My mom had a triangle, and she just go.
I knew your kid had a triangle.
Yep. And so,
chow time.
Yeah, and you were like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Yeah, Marge is all of 5 feet nothing, and she would bellow from the backyards, and everybody in the neighborhood knew what we were having for dinner that night. And that was my cell phone. That was old
That's
school.
A good cell phone. Yeah, I did not have those either, but I did have that or my mom would use like the home phone to call the neighbor down the road and be like, "Are they there?" And the neighbor down the road would be like, "Nope, but I saw them walk past, so they're blah 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 blah." The wild thing is legitimately we would be miles away from home.
Yeah.
On foot. We would just go across the fields.
Dark out.
Go across the fields. Just like we're going for a walk somewhere. We would be in random people's houses. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, so I guess yeah. I mean I grew up with dial-up. We had dial-up. Yep. Yep. Where was I? I think I was at a gas station, something. And a kid pulled out his wallet and he was like, "Oh, I can't use this. My mom says I have to save this 100. It's my emergency $100." Okay. And I was like, I looked at the cashier and the cashier is a little bit younger than me. And he was like, "Mine was an emergency 20. And I was like, "Mine was an emergency quarter."
Yeah. I think I got $1 hanging around someplace.
Right. You had to always have a quarter somewhere.
In the car.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Because you had
100, man. I need to know this family. That's
right. Well, I mean, I'm like, that's good training because really, if you had to
Yeah.
get somewhere, you have to have $100. Like that's
You
you do. But I was just like, huh,
Yeah.
I'm used to carrying $100 bill around. Okay.
Communication, man, it's crazy what has changed, obviously,
Yes.
and how we communicate, and that does come up in the workplace too. That's a topic we do training on, is communication in the workplace,
Mhm.
because there are very different expectations, and honestly, neither of them are wrong. It's just so different that they perceive it as, well, they're doing it wrong. Well, he's doing it wrong too. Well, they're not. Chill.
Y'all
Right?
both saying the same damn thing.
Exactly. There's a space in the middle where you're going to find that you're all talking about the same thing. The mechanisms and the way you do that might be different. So one of the trainings we do is it's a real colors. It's a personality type of thing. And there's a lot of different varieties of those. And those are good to start off because a lot of people just don't know how they themselves learn, receive information, communicate.
Yep.
And so by understanding who we are first, especially when we're doing multi-generational things, then it can become a little bit clearer, like, oh, that's how you, okay, now I get it.
Yep.
That's all we need. We need the I get it moment, and then it becomes, hey, now we figured it out. I maybe don't like it, but I know how to talk to this person.
But I know how to talk to them. Yeah. No, I mean, I mean, what is it? Gen Z is a texter. They don't phone call.
I don't know. They don't phone call.
They do not phone call. I'm a phone caller.
And we've discovered, too, people don't like to read a lot of email. And when we're a little bit on the email side of things, and we have programs and things that we send out, and excuse me, for working with a younger audience or high school audience, they're not reading the emails, and we got to figure out a way around that, because
you gotta make them very short.
Bullet points, text, something.
Yeah,
so
3 sentences or less.
Our lifelong learning program used to be, you got an old school mail. We've gotten rid of that. We've gotten rid of email. It's text. You get a text 2 days before your class saying, looking forward to seeing you on campus tomorrow.
Done. Yep. No, and that's something that if you bring in the younger workforce, you get to build your business like that. You get to realize that, hey, like, people aren't necessarily opening up their emails consistently.
Right.
They look at them once a week or once every other week, and then they go through the 100 that they have, which lucky them, they only have 100. But it's true. They go through the 100 they have, or they hit delete all.
Right.
And hopefully nothing important was. I literally have a friend that deletes all. And she calls me every time she does it too, just to let me know that she's deleting all.
Oh, no.
And it gives me the most maximum of anxiety.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could delete all. I would be
so screwed.
I would be upset.
I did that one time. I deleted all. Well, I installed a program for Facebook Messenger because I used to, like, people message me on Facebook all the time. So I could start categorizing things. Well, one of the buttons was delete all. I deleted my whole Facebook inbox. Friends, business acquaintances, clients, everything. Gone.
Can't get back.
Gone. And this was years ago, and this is back when we had a lot of clients, and a lot of our conversations were on Facebook Messenger because we could do a group and it was the whole thing. Because we had Slack, but it wasn't the same and whatever. And so it was like a good couple weeks of cluster. It was so bad. Yep. So anyway.
I almost categorize myself as an email hoarder.
Oh, I am.
Right.
I will pay for more storage.
And I got lots of folders, and I put those emails in folders. Have I ever looked back at them? No. But what I do purge. So I will go back at the end of the year and go,
really?
Now, did I look at this or need this for anything? And can I purge 3 months? I can purge 3 months. I can purge 2 months. I can purge information. So I don't have it like back to the beginning of time, but I do keep it for a while. So
back to beginning.
She's got to the beginning of time.
The lawyer in me is like, no, I need that receipt.
Oh, there you go.
I need that receipt. That did happen. We talked about that. We had a conversation back and forth about that. Like, I don't think I've ever. Okay, no, I should take that back. I have deleted some of your emails. Mostly the ones.
Some of my emails.
Yeah, mostly the ones that are inviting me to a meeting. Because I'm like, I have accepted it. It's on my calendar. I'm deleting it. Everything else, you have a special folder. It's named Marky Mark.
And the Funky Bunch.
Nope. Just Marky Mark.
Just Marky Mark.
Just Marky Mark. And then there's a /JIC underneath it. And then there's a /BTC underneath it.
I have a whole JIC email file folder system of stuff.
Yeah, and at this point, my JIC email file folder system needs to get subfolders because I think I just like drop stuff in there.
Yeah, I do too.
I like anything that's even remotely could be like stuff that people have reached out, like, oh, I need help.
Yeah.
Stuff that has to do with the tenants, stuff from you. I all goes, and I'm like, oh, if I ever needed one of these,
I've never thought I would be in this landlordish kind of, but it's kind of cool. I mean,
It's
I think
fun.
being here as part of the JIC and working with some of these small businesses and bringing these new ones on, it's been fun to really get to see and know how all that process happens and the passion. So my brother is also an entrepreneur. He's up in Green Bay. He's got a business called The Driveway. He started it about 11 years ago now. And it's a basketball training facility. And he decided one day, I'm going to do this on my, because he was doing it for a church and he was doing it for camps and he played Division I basketball. And so he's got some skill sets that most of us don't have. And he's like, I want to teach how this, but I don't want to be a coach necessarily. Right.
Because then you only get to help 12 kids or 24 kids.
So he built this facility, and at the entrepreneurial spirit, you take a risk. It was a huge risk for him and his family. But he built it. 11 years later, he's got 2 facilities, one in Wausau, one in De Pere. He's got a building that has been expanded upon. I mean, he's really done well. But it's that spirit of taking an idea and saying, how can I make this a living? And not just, whether it's a widget or a service, I got to be good at what I do, my craft. But I also got to be good at the business side of the house. That's where I think you brought a lot to this table, to these folks, is have you thought about this? And is this line and in this in order? Because you've probably seen it more than I have. A lot of these folks are coming in going, I'm really good at doing this.
They are.
But when it comes to doing the business world, suck big time. And so I need help to do that.
The only one that doesn't, okay, I shouldn't say the only one, but I'm just going to keep Ben.
Yeah, Ben's got it.
He's so, literally, I will walk in and I'll ask questions.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, how did you do that?
He
has. Yeah. Now, is it the process that I would have followed? Negatory.
No.
Because I am a generation younger than him. So I will use the software. I will just pay the $40 a month and use the software. He will build it.
Yeah, he will build it. Yeah.
So it's a little different, but like it also at the same time it's helpful.
Yeah.
But that being said, this is technically for the business readiness program, although it's all about me again. So we have these people that are watching and keeping an eye and learning and all these things that either want to start a business or currently have a business, recently started or have one. When somebody calls and says, I think I need to hire, do you have somebody that talks to them through like, okay, what does that mean for you?
Yes, we do. And that's an employment service area of the college that we've partnered with a software called Handshake. And so
that sounds very apropos.
Yeah, right. But that's a way where we get them almost every other day. I have a job posting. I want to get that out there. So Handshake allows us to you create it. It's free for the employer. You create a profile. Then you can post your jobs, but you can also see any resumes, and it's a statewide system. So it allows a company to see who might be putting their resume out there that maybe wouldn't send it to that particular company. It just says, hey, I'm open to work.
Yeah, like something, anything. I need something.
Yep. And then we also take on their job application, create a profile so that graduates from the program, we just graduated a class again in May. We have 2 a year. So that graduating class then has access to, well, I want to go in the medical field. What jobs might be out there? Well, if they've partnered with our college and they're part of Handshake, they have instant access to
people's
healthcare jobs in the region.
Ooh.
So it is a service that we do provide as a college. It's free for the employer. We put out the employment office at the college, or I forgot the technical term, but it's student engagement, student employment. They will send out emails to all the students through our learning channels, or our Blackboard learning channels, to say, check your Handshake. This one out there, new notification came up. So that's the cool thing, is that you used to go to school and look for the bulletin boards.
Correct.
A lot of that is electronically done through your learning management system now. So if a student is a student at the college, you're getting all of these announcements, you're getting these postings, you're getting these notifications, so that it's now become a virtual bulletin board. And while we have students that are on campus and we're glad they're there, we have some students that
never come
to campus, but they're getting access to those resources. So whether I'm an employer posting jobs, it's like, well, I want to come and we used to have something. I want to come and set up a table in the lobby. Okay, I hope you're willing to do nothing for a couple of hours, because we don't have the volumes of people
Yeah.
scattering back and forth like you used to have in the schools. We have students that are on campus, they're taking their classes, and a lot of them are commuter students, obviously. So they're here, they're working, they have families, they have lives. We're one cog in their wheel, and they got a lot going on. So to be on campus like that, you just may not see a lot of people. So, and that's okay. We've offered flexible learning, which is part of our mission statement. But at the same time, if you're part of that network, that student who may not be on campus is also getting that level of resources.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's very helpful too, because if you're just getting, if you're not going to do the Jocelyn way of scouring Facebook, which I wouldn't recommend, it's not always the best bet.
Yeah.
But that being said, you can just reach out to most of the local tech colleges have something like that, right?
They do. We all have that level of employment kind of opportunity for our students in each one of the colleges. And that's what's really nice is that within the 16 schools, there are varying services at each one that are going to be consistent. We all have different programs. Well, I shouldn't say all of them. We probably all have nursing, right? We probably all have accounting. We probably have marketing. We probably have welding. Yeah. There's a handful of courses and programs that we all offer. But then there's some unique ones based on the region that you live in. For example, up in the Green Bay area, up in Marinette, they have a shipbuilding, or no, I think that's Sturgeon Bay. Excuse me. Sturgeon
That's still
Bay,
cool.
Shipbuilding, welding area type of thing. Both Marinette and Sturgeon Bay. They have that.
So cool.
Yeah, it's very specific. Some of them have very, very good agriculture programs. Southwest has a strong agriculture program because you're embedded in a very significant agriculture sector of the area.
Yeah.
So it's very dependent upon where you live, that if there's a need for it, that's what's great about the technical colleges. If there's a need, we don't need a whole lot of time to make a program happen. And that's what allows us that local control. And there's been, I don't want to get political, but there's obviously some discussion at the statewide level about, what level of local control does that look like to be able to respond to that type of a need.
Yep.
And so we've always felt like we're not only very good stewards of taxpayer dollars, but at the same time, we're also very responsive to our employers and to the need of the community. So if the fire department's gathered and said, we need an underwater, rescue training degree, blah, blah, blah. We need to have that because we're on the Rock River and et cetera. Great. Let's make that happen. And within a year, we could probably have that program up and running and ready to go. Whereas at other privates and larger colleges, there's a long way. That's a long haul. Now we have to demonstrate, obviously, that there's a need, that there's employment opportunities, et cetera. But the ability to be responsive to our community in any aspect like that, you can't. That's really hard to not have in your community when you're trying to develop a workforce, especially when you're trying to build build an employer in this region. So let me go off on another little angle here. Yeah. Working with Rock County Development. So James is the economic development coordinator. James is also our president. Chair.
Yeah.
President.
And someday we'll be on this podcast, I swear.
I hope he is.
I'm going to get him someday. I'm going to get him.
But James, for example, will contact the college and say, I'm courting an employer. They need this. Can you guys put together a slide deck, or can you guys come and do a presentation that talks about the talent needs, the workforce needs, the skill set needs that are offered in this area? Because as a package, we want that employer in our district.
Oh, okay.
So it's great that we can be kind of that first call where we need to leverage the resources that the community and the technical colleges have, because even if it's something where we don't have that program, I can't think of one right now, but let's say they needed a certain type of program that's specific to their industry, but it also happens to be embedded in maybe 5 other companies and they're looking for that type of skill set.
Yep.
That's a data set now that we have that we could look at it and go, I think we need to put something together and we need to put it out there in a quick way so that now we have something in our area. And I'll give you a working example, hot off the press.
Ooh.
Working example right now.
We know it now, folks.
That's my hot off the press.
I like that.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm aware what that sound was. Continue going.
Okay.
I'm clipping that, by the way, for anyone else. That will be a short video at some point. Keep going.
Construction. So we've had a number of discussions about in construction
Mm-hmm.
in this area. So we do not have at the college academic program that addresses, new build construction homes, residential, commercial. So we've put together, we had a couple of meetings with both residential and commercial partners. We brought them together and we said, we know you folks are hurting, right? You need skilled workers. You need folks to show up on time. You need folks to be productive in your work environments.
That are able to grow, like they're not just stuck where they
help us develop what that looks like, from the small 1-2 employee home build or remodeling company to the JP Cullens of the world, right? Yep. Everybody needs that level of employee. So we pulled these groups together. Our president, we had a conversation with them. We started to identify what are those skill sets, both in residential and commercial. Our dean for our manufacturing program took that information. He is actively running with it. And within our goal is spring of 27, we will have a construction program up and running at the college. It'll be a 1 year, because we know 2 years, that doesn't work for the employer. I can't wait 2 years.
No, because at that point I'm behind in my project so far that it's not worth it. Yeah.
Somebody that has the skill sets, some safety, can read blueprints, can understand math, can show up on time, maybe does some construction, they're handy enough.
Yeah. They know how to use a hammer, they know how to use a drill, they know how to use a saw, they know how to measure tape.
Maybe can read a blueprint. I mean, that's the goal of this 1 year program, is that when they graduate from that program, now you have a skilled individual that you can mold and shape into whatever construction area you want them to go into. But right now, what we've heard from that group, and there's a really good community group that is active in saying, people are not necessarily interested in this type of career. So how do we generate that? How do we grow that? How do we make sure that people know that there's an opportunity to go to school for a year and then be employable in that skill set and start working in that skill field? Right. So that's just an example of our responsiveness as a technical college in this district to say, we've heard you, we're going to respond, and here's what that product's going to look like. And that can be done. Like I said, our goal is spring of 2027.
Yeah, that's quick.
Which is fast. I mean, that's really fast. But we have a great dean, we have a great president, and we have great community partners that have gotten behind this and said, yeah, please, we need something.
The companies in the area are going to be very responsive.
And that's so cool, because like you're on an advisory committee. So community partners in our area can be on an advisory committee, which basically means twice a year. We need to hear from you as far as what trends, what activities, what equipment, what technology should we be integrating into our program to stay at least within the curve. Can we be ahead of the curve? Nah, industry's going to beat us. But can we be within the curve versus 30 years ago? Well, you haven't changed your curriculum in 30 years. I got no good for you. No use for you. So the advisory committees help us guide our curriculum, our programming, to ensure that are we providing our students with what you need, what your employers need, so that when our students graduate, they're walking out with some skill sets versus, we didn't cover any of this stuff. I've never heard of this. This is stuff that's happening today. All right, we need to make sure we're doing that.
Yeah. And I will say, so the advisory committee, for anyone that's interested in listening, I'm on the web design and development, which is basically the marketing program that Blackhawk Tech has. So they do a lot more coding than like a normal marketing person would do, but still. And so, like once every 6 months, is it? I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Twice a year.
Sure.
Yeah, 6 months.
I don't know. Whenever I get the email that says the meeting's coming.
Once in the fall, once in the spring. How's that?
Yeah.
There you go.
It's literally a Zoom call. They have an agenda. They go over what's going on in the program, what's going on with the students and how they're doing, and, what they're seeing in trends, what classes they're adding or what classes they're taking away, what they're right. And then they ask for feedback of like, what are you guys currently doing? Now, the other people on the advisory committee are legitimately other marketing agencies or web design people. So it's really cool for me because like you get to actually see the other people in the community that are doing the same thing you are, maybe a little different, right? So like I think WTF sits on the advisory. It's a web design agency, by the way. But WTF, what does it stand for?
Yeah, what the fuck? It does.
I mean, but like, I think he has like a different acronym that goes with it, but his logo is literally WTF. Anyway, he is a web design guy. And he specifically does very specific types of web design.
Cool.
Like he did the Children's Museum, the Rock County Children's Museum, right? So he's very specific in the kinds he takes. Versus like for me, I'm specific to manufacturing clients, and that's what we do. And so like, will I take other clients just because I'm being helpful? Sure, but like not long term and not big contract, right? So, you know, we each bring our own thought process, and it's really nice to know each other, because if like, for example, Children's Museum, I've only ever worked with the one, but you know, hey, never know. But if an organization like that comes to me, a nonprofit that's going to be serving, I'll say, hey, you need to go talk to WTF. Like, I'm not the one for you, right? Like, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to give you a plan or, you know, walk through that. But, you know, when it comes to actually paying for the product. So not only is it helpful to the school, but it is also helpful as a business owner, because you get to chop back and forth. And these are, not to toot my own horn, but these are handpicked. These are, you can't just like sit on a board.
No, you
have to know the person.
We want to recruit the people that are hiring and that are in the know and want to be part of that solution. So you're sitting in the room with people that are legitimately working with, and you get first dibs on interns. Yes, you do. And I finally used my intern privilege this last year, which was very fun. Someday I will do a whole video on it, because it's a stand-up comedian show. I'm not going to lie to you. It was super fun. They were amazing. But again, the communication between generations. I had one that was late 20s and one that was a COVID grad. And it was very interesting to see them interact with each other. But also just like the level of professionalism, just vastly different. Right? Like, has worked a full-time job for years, has never worked a full-time job, especially like in an office setting. And so very, very enlightening. For sure. It was so cute. I bet it was. So, you know, so when you start dealing with your local tech college, you can start talking about this. I will say I grew up in Elkhorn, so Gateway was my local tech college. And so you can get, I call them kids. They're not all young. No. But you can get kids that are in different tracks, right? So maybe they are going to the local school because they're getting further credits before they graduate high school. So they're still technically in high school, but they're also going into college classes, right? So there's those kind. There's fully fledged adults that are working full-fledged adult jobs that are just like, I need to increase my education or my skill set in these things. So it just depends on what you're looking for and reaching out. Are careering their entire lives and just be like, you know what, I did this for 25 years. Now I want to do this. And I'm looking those are my favorites. Those are wonderful people. What's really cool too is that they have such a strong support network behind them that they obviously can't do it alone. I mean, they can, but to have that support network behind you is just an absolute foundation that folks that succeed have that. Yeah. Makes you a very valuable employee. Yeah. It can be one person. Your support network doesn't have to be 45 people. It can be one person who is there for you, who stands behind you, who encourages you, who maybe criticizes you, but basically says, you are going to make this happen for yourself. And I'm going to support you to do that. Yep. It's a pretty cool thing. It is very fun to watch. It is fun. All right. So if people are watching and they're like, yeah, I want to get involved, or I've got a job I want to post, or tell me more about like some of this non-credit stuff that you guys are doing, you know, like the communication or the personality testing. I'll put on my business card. Non-credit dude. Ooh. Non-credit stuff dude. Non-credit stuff dude. Right? Not a teacher, right? Quotes around it. Not a teacher. Not the teacher. Good. How do people get a hold of you? So pretty easy. We're at the college. Excuse me. Anybody can stop by. It is a cool campus. Our department runs year round, and we've really enhanced the campus. So I have to give kudos to our college leadership to transform the campus. We used to have 5. The college used to have about 5 locations, I think it was, and it was a concentrated effort to say we are spread too thin. So we currently have 2 campuses. We have one in Blake Janesville, which is our central campus just down the road, and then we have one out in Greene County, out in Monroe. Monroe is going to be going through hopefully some renovations and updates. We've been remodeling and doing the central campus for I think better part of 3-4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a fully fledged public safety center. We have gym. We have walking tracks. We have a manufacturing education technology center that's very unique. We've upgraded all of our conference center spaces. We've upgraded a lot of our classroom spaces. So the campus now is really that campus community feel. So anybody's welcome to stop in. Our offices are right on campus. We're the training and development team. We work year round. So, faculty sometimes have those times off, depending on what they are. But our department usually does training year round. So we're around. Otherwise, email wise, you can hit me up at Borowicz, which is MBOROWICZ at Blackhawk, one word, .edu.
If you need help, I got that email. Keep going.
Phone digits are 608-757-7623. Let's repeat that again. 608-757-7623. Call now.
You know what that reminds me of the window one.
Yeah, I know.
The window ad.
Call now.
Yeah, call now. Or Gruber Law Offices. Call now.
One call, that's all. I'm not going to go down that road.
It's so true, though.
Groups has got that cornered.
He does, though.
He's got it everywhere. I'm not one call, that's all, because I don't know. I honestly, our first call, that's funny that you bring that up. Our first call with a company really is, we need to listen. We need to understand what your challenges are. I'm not going to start throwing training solutions at you tomorrow and go, yep, this is what's going to do it. Because it may or may not. If I don't know what you need and I don't understand your businesses and your challenges, how can I prescribe that right training solution? So a lot of times for us, we're the opposite of the groups. One call, that's all. We're probably one call. Let's talk more.
And meetings to follow.
And that doesn't cost anybody anything. That's part of this. The only time there's actually a cost is when we're on site delivering training. But I mean, we've had companies where we have discussions over, it's changed maybe over a year. Topics, training, people. Now this is coming to play. Oh, we got to put it on hold because this is coming. That costs zero for an employer. That's help me develop a training program that meets my needs. And I could pull the trigger in 2 weeks, or I could pull the trigger in a year and a half. Doesn't matter.
I like it.
So hit me up wherever you can, however you can.
He's also on LinkedIn.
Lady's connected as well. I am on LinkedIn, so feel free to connect on that. But yeah,
he has an old headshot on there. So if you see him on LinkedIn, just comment on it.
He's
and
more
be
pepper
like,
than salt. This is more salt. The headshot's more pepper.
Yeah. Well, just like comment on there. You need a new headshot because I've been working on him for about a year. So help me help him. Okay. Well, it's been absolutely amazing having you.
Thank you. And thank you, Jocelyn, for everything you do. I got to say publicly at the Innovation Center, this would not all happen because of you being here. So thank you for being the other and better half of our equation.
I appreciate it. I feel like you're the better half.
She works really, really hard. And those of you that have been part of the BRP program, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This lady works very hard. And
we have another cohort. We have another cohort coming up.
Yes, you do.
In August. I should have probably said that.
I think that sounds like a plug.
I should have said that at the beginning. We have another cohort coming up, and applications are open. So you can go to the website and apply. You could. We do already have applications.
I got to say, that was a really cool showcase. And those folks were prepped and ready to go.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't playing.
No, they were.
I was not playing.
They knew their business. They had their talking points. It's a lot like the Shark Tank kind of thing.
That was cool.
Yeah, you nailed it. It was really cool to see these folks get up and be proud of what they do, number one, but also really, I would say, be confident in what they do and what they're trying to sell. And I think that's something that you're bringing that experience to that type of a program. So if you're an entrepreneur out there and you're thinking about it, no harm, right? No, take the risk of going through the program. Test the waters. You might find out, I got nobody that wants to buy my stuff.
I literally had one lady, she started
That's
it
okay.
in 3 weeks and went, oh, yeah, no, this is not for me. And I went,
that's all right.
That's what that was for.
That's not a fail. That's a life learning lesson.
Right. So then you didn't spend thousands of dollars and
you didn't build
hundreds of hours time.
You didn't hire 20 people and you didn't spend $1 million in capital. You tested it. You tried it. If it worked, fantastic. If it didn't work, tweak it. Come back, do it as a hobby, but maybe it's not a business.
It's not a business, yeah.
But the BRP program was pretty cool. You gain a lot of knowledge, you gain a lot of skills, you get to test your theories. And one of your past graduates right now is actively working with us. and you probably know who I'm talking about.
Keep going.
And we are lining her up to help a company with some training in a very specific discipline. And that would not have happened hadn't I got to go to the showcase night, learn about her business. And she said, I have a service that I want to offer, but I'm not quite sure how to get that out and about.
Yeah. Who do I talk to to connect with that? Yeah.
So we had a meeting. She's already got an outline. We got a portfolio developed. We're onboarding her, and probably within a month she'll do training. So thank you for that.
You're much welcomed.
Yeah.
You're much welcomed. Yeah. It is really fun. And that's, I mean, I will say, like, I designed the showcase or the pitch night, right? And I invited people that I knew would be good connections for the specific businesses, right? Because, like, okay, that's fine. We have 100 community members come and watch you pitch. That's super cool. It's a cool feather in your hat, but it doesn't actually push your business forward most times. And so I wanted people in the room that would and could push the businesses forward or be the connection to like that next gig or that next contract or you know, the person that says the person that knows the person, right? So that's my plan. We're going to run it again.
Get in.
I will say you heard it here first, even though I haven't really publicly said it. We have gotten funding both from the Janesville Foundation and the city of Beloit.
Wow.
I know.
That's spreading the network out too. Because we have people that are living in Beloit, live in Janesville. The Janesville Innovation Center is physically located in Janesville. It doesn't mean you have to live in Janesville to be part of this network and part of these people.
I literally had somebody come down from Whitewater last week.
Yeah, it's
for some help.
So congrats. That's
not picky. Southern Wisconsin, as long as you can drive here reasonably, I'm down.
Yeah, and we want your business. We want you to set up a shop, grow your business, establish yourself in the community. Whatever you need to do, man. This is the first step right here. So.
Well, thank you.
Be on it.
I appreciate you.
You bet.
But yeah, it's been amazing. If you have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to Mark. If you have a business that you're thinking, maybe I will need to hire in the next few months, start that conversation earlier than you think you need it, because interviewing takes forever.
Yeah, it does.
And it's really, there's nothing wrong with doing more than one interview, but you have to have the time to do more than one interview before you're out of time to hire for that position. So that's my 2 cents as the business owner that has hired hundreds and hundreds of people. So, okay. That's the end of that.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope we answered some questions.
See you soon.
Knowledge.